a rope bridge and you followed them across. Um, and they were trying to convince you to follow them, or a few of you at least, to follow them out. They were trying to convince you to follow your current guide, and and the last place we left off, you guys had arrived at a place that, when you walked in, is just tons of fungi and mushrooms and the like, and running short on food supplies. This looks like a godsend. However, as Luna started scouting around a bit, she saw a couple floating orbs that are about 10 feet in diameter. Um, Not moving, really, other than just hovering, but they seem to have eye stalks. And this is where we pick up. Does anybody have any questions before we begin?
I remember I cast an enhance ability on Ted Nug before we started.
Yep.
Okay. You still got that marked?
I got my 3 temporary hit points.
Okay. Yep. So you'll have advantage on what is this? Constitution throws, saving checks. Yeah.
I think it's just checks.
Yeah. And if you didn't see what I had put in chat earlier, Brian had suggested something that he and his old group used to do that sounded like a fun idea to me. So at the end of the session tonight, everybody gets to vote on who they thought was the best role player of the evening and the best battler, and everybody that stays within character will also get a special bonus to their XP. It's not going to be a whole lot, but it is at least something. So just whisper that to me within Discord, who you think is the best. And for all I care, you could pick yourself. I honestly don't care as long as somebody gets it. So, so best of luck to you guys, and we will continue. Oh, and yes, that reminds me, Luke is not going to be joining us tonight. So I will do my best to play Click Clack, but I'm not going to guarantee the level of awesomeness that he portrayed. So, all right, if everybody is ready, we'll go ahead and start.
Sounds good. I can see more of the map than you might have meant to.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It looks about the same for me.
Everything's lit up like there's no shading.
No, it looks normal to me.
Yeah, I can see everything right now.
Well, that's normal to me.
Maybe you rolled a 20 on perception.
I mean, I've stopped scrolling and I'm, ignoring it as best as I can.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on just
well,
a
we're
second.
going to the bottom right anyways, is our current goal, so we can already see the bottom right from here.
Y'all can. My character can't.
Well, I can, yeah. Well, I think we already relayed that there's another 2 down and to the right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Luna had already said that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why it's not. It should be.
And also, just to clarify, I think we had already decided to try to attempt to sneak past. Is that correct?
I'm not sure we actually had decided on anything because I think we were still kind of scouting to see what was there.
I don't remember deciding on anything specific.
Did you say this is pillar here? Or is that
it's actually
down?
a drop down.
So it's a drop down. So it's not something. There's not something to hide behind there.
Correct. Yeah, that's wide open. Actually.
I was gonna say, are there any rocks or anything along that drop down? I'm assuming that this is all drop down, right? All along the sides there.
Hold on just a sec. more depicts how it should be.
Moving back. Sorry.
So, are there rocks along that line?
Yeah, well, I was gonna
no.
say, could I? Okay, gotcha.
Guys doing?
I would like to go further down the cave here with Luna.
Yeah, I'll continue to sneak along with them. Or I'll be trying to stay out of the lights.
It is pretty difficult because all those red ones are lit up.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like
Which-
this is right about the edge of it right here.
Which way are they looking?
Every direction.
So the one that you are kind of closest to right now, it looks like it's looking at you, but it doesn't seem to be moving or noticing you.
I kind of wave. Yeah, like, hey, are you blind?
Sorry, I'm back. I had to do something to mute my mic.
Does not seem to respond.
So has Ted Nug seen one of these before?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna casually continue walking up with Luna here.
Okay. As you guys start walking up, it slowly seems to kind of turn more towards you and slowly starts drifting towards your direction.
It's a spore mine, isn't it? Sorry, that's not a character.
I back up a little bit. Does it go back or does it continue?
It seems to be staying about where it was as it moved forward when you came close.
Ted Nug's gonna try to talk to it.
Okay. You're about 15, 20 feet away from it right now.
It's fine. Right? Ted Nug has a very projecting voice, right?
Wait,
Hello there.
What is Ted Nug saying?
Just
as
say,
you
hello there.
Say that, you kind of hear your voice kind of resonate throughout the cavern, and this one seems to be moving very slowly as well towards your voice.
Do you mind if we
but
just
it has-
mosey on through?
Does not seem to recognize or reciprocate any type of communication to you.
All right. I look back and say no response. So I'm going to attempt to do it in sign language. So I'm going to point at me, and with my 2 fingers imitate like a walking motion, and then point like around them. Do I
What
have
type?
any response from that?
It seems to have moved a little bit closer while you're trying to
Can I-
communicate.
Hmm.
Oh, dang, it's only 10 feet range.
Can I see that other one move?
What happens?
Which one? Yep. That one
What happens if I
seems-
try to do the message cantrip on one of them and just like kind of say it was just always quick, quietly, hello?
Hello?
You see it when you do the message cantrip, it kind of starts to spin around.
So whisper, I don't think these things are thinking.
Does Sal have his light on? Is it enough to illuminate these guys? If he does?
It looks like it's hitting the edge of one of them.
It'd be up to Melvin on that one.
It's hitting the edge of one right there.
Okay.
But I can't see the light.
So-
You're saying that.
As it spins around, and the three of you that are closest, you see that. Actually, everybody, well, Melvin, Luna, and Ted Nug, give me an intelligence check, please.
What?
Intelligence?
No. I aren't think that.
Save or check?
Just to check. So Luna and Ted Nug are curious, but they're still convinced that this thing is out to kill them. Melvin, however, notices that it looks kind of fuzzy and that the eye is whited out. Are you
Is this
guys
an
having a hard
illusion?
time hearing me? No, it's like hairy fuzzy, and the eye stalks don't seem to have eyes on the ends.
I'm inclined to think mold.
Hmm.
Can I try casting Move Earth over here, like, and just use it to create some sound?
You don't see anything from where you're at. You can't
I
tell.
I can't. Oh, so this is blocked right here.
Actually,
I looks currently I can see right
yeah,
there just fine.
yeah,
I can see all the way
yeah,
over
you
here.
can. Okay. All right. So you roll intelligence as well.
So it looks like a furry
I'm
ball
good
with
at
an
that.
eye in it. Is basically.
Yes, with a whitish kind of hazed over eye. Okay, so then yes, you
So
can.
it might.
You also see this.
So it might be undead.
Okay. Well, I was trying to use mold Earth over here, like just use it to create some sound. Okay, so it moves towards sound.
Does it have a mouth?
It looks like it does, from what you can gather, but you haven't seen it move.
Hey, Ted Nug, throw a big rock over to the east. See if it moves that way.
Okay, do I need to check to see if there's any rocks around me that I can pick up and throw?
No, you can find a decent sized rock.
Do we still have Stool's telepathy thing going on? I think he'd used it shortly before we started this.
I think you should be all right.
All right.
A little
So
closer.
I'll throw it over to the east.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, what if we go and mushroom at it?
Do I need to do like a strength check?
We just need to check sound.
Yeah, just you can just throw it. I don't need to check or
Okay,
anything.
yeah.
I'm sure you can
don't
throw
want
a
me to
pebble.
like. Well, it is me after all. All right, so
We
I
just
throw
want to
it,
see if it'll follow the sound.
and gonna aim towards here.
Okay. It moves a little bit.
I think we should keep doing that. Lower them out of the way. And then
Yeah, I
just
was
walk
gonna
past.
say just keep throwing them over there till they all move
As-
over there, and then
as
we
long
can
as
sneak
it-
past.
All right.
Yeah, as long as we walk quietly.
I reckon you guys need the stealth check, right?
Yeah. Yep. If you guys are going to try to move past it.
All right.
Should
Well, I
stand
am
still first, and then keep throwing rocks and lure them over there.
Oh, I was gonna go even further away, and just keep throwing them, like towards that corner that I threw it at before. But I'm gonna move a little bit
Okay.
to the corner just to give people
So-
room to go around.
So as you start throwing rocks, Melvin's armor is clanking off to the side, and it starts kind of coming back that way.
Can I try to keep throwing them, or is it kind of already dedicated on coming this way?
Can't tell.
They come in like short little bursts, or they slowly drifting.
They're very, very slow moving. extremely slow.
Can I back up, grab a mushroom, and then try to hit it with a mushroom?
You want to hit it with a mushroom?
Yes.
Sure.
What do I need to do?
So go ahead and back up, and then I'll need you to, let's see, we'll treat it like a dagger and just throw, do a Dex is probably your highest, so go ahead and roll Dex plus, well, yeah, so your D20 plus your Dex. It just makes a thud. Oh,
Plus 4,
okay,
plus
there
4
you
on
go.
the dex.
Yep, I got you. All right. Okay,
So the original
so
would have been 13.
you hit you hit the big floating orb, and as you do, let's see. It erupts, it kind of vibrates and explodes. And in a, let's see here. "20-foot radius,
Yay.
you see a whole bunch of spores just explode all over. I need Ted Nug and Melvin to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Nick, while that's happening, can I check to see what's happening with the ones up here? Are they still moving in our direction?
They are moving very slowly in your direction. Right?
Ted Nug has advantage on that, by the way.
Not on saving
Not
throws,
saving.
just checks. Melvin, you take
Okay.
12 damage from poison.
I want to keep an eye on these guys up here, and if they get within 30 feet, I'll use Mold Earth, just kind of gently chuck some dirt at them.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can chuck the dirt with it.
Melvin, what's your Constitution score?
Never mind, I can't chuck dirt.
You there? Melvin?
Yeah, hold on. It's 14, so I have +2.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Don't
he
throw anything else at that thing.
It erupted there, right? The whole thing's just gone.
Yes, it is. It's poofed. It's gone.
I say we do the same thing with the others, just stay out of range. Should be easy for Luna, or heck, even me. I can attack them, and they should just pop.
Oh wait, the whole creature popped?
Yeah, the whole thing popped.
What was the range on it? It was like 30?
20 feet.
20 feet?
I was gonna go
I
ahead
mean, I
and
can
take the
cast Sacred
initiative.
Flame from 60.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and take the initiative. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Chilling Hand on that one up there.
Okay.
Put out my hand, and the Spectral Hand pops up.
And you
So then that's
see this one poof.
Okay, yeah, whichever one works. Dan, do you have the other one?
Oh.
I thought you were measuring distance.
I was measuring, but I don't remember shit.
Short bow should have more than enough range.
I think it's 60. Am I correct?
80. 80 is the short range.
Okay, cool beans. Yeah. Oh no, my bad. Was
Or
not
even
meant
if
to
it's-
draw that. Did not mean to do the thing. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, so sure, why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna press button. Hold on. Gosh, I feel like it's been like 10 years since we played and I don't remember where any of my buttons are.
Well, honestly, you haven't been fighting much of anything in a long
There we
time.
go.
And poof.
How much noise are they making, by the way? Just making a lot of noise, or
As they explode,
Mm.
or is it more like just a soft? Psh?
yeah, it's kind of like stepping on a one of those poof ball mushrooms that when you step on them, spores just go all over the place. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
They really don't make much of a sound.
Okay, good. Let's see if anyone's about to attack that one, and if not, I'll go ahead and do the other chilling hand to that one if no one is.
I mean, they don't give you much room to attack them.
Might
Ow.
as well be case. Okay, yeah, I was chilling hand the last one then, or chill touch.
Are the spores like still lingering?
No, they're gone. And that one explodes as well.
With the sacred flame assist.
All right. Oh, I thought I'd turn that off.
Do they linger at all, like for a few seconds, or is it pretty much just?
I mean,
gone?
it bursts, and then you see kind of the spores just settle to the ground. They don't seem to be
Okay,
floating
looks
around
like
in the
should
air.
be safe.
Yep.
Just watch your step. Don't pick it up.
So we are good to keep on cruising, right?
Okay.
Should we salvage up some mushrooms here before we leave? It's plenty of food to go around.
That is completely up to you guys. I will let the group make that
I'm
decision.
gonna say, I'm gonna make a little face like I'm a little tired of mushrooms, and I remember I get prestidigitation. Need to use
Hey
that.
Nick, did you say I was poisoned or I just took poison damage?
You did take poison damage. You're not able to feel like you're actually able to shake whatever that feeling is, though.
I try to hand Melvin some berries and say sorry.
Okay.
I'll take one.
Ted Nug's gonna scavenge for a little bit of mushrooms here on the way out.
All right.
What's the berry do?
I was like, I would actually like to try to give you 9 berries.
Okay. What do
And
they do?
If you
They're
eat
good.
one, it restores 1 hit point. So
Which,
I give you 9.
I eat one. See if it helps.
You feel a little rejuvenated, but you still feel kind of off. A little weird.
Diane is gonna take Topsy and Turvy, one on each of her
All right,
hands,
I
and we're
cast
gonna
lesser
get
restoration on
closer.
myself then.
Go ahead and cast that. And what was that, Diane? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take Topsy and Turvy. One is on one hand, one's on the other,
Okay.
and we're gonna head closer to Ted Nug.
Okay.
Try to help him out, looking for mushrooms and what have.
Do I need to roll for anything to pick up some mushrooms, or is it just there's so
Well,
here?
no, there are a ton. Melvin, you feel better.
Nick,
I figured that's what it was. I'll eat the rest of the berries now.
all the berries cure poison too. Like
No,
the
but they
berries.
won't restore.
But anyways, Nick,
I want to make.
To go back to Tednog, there are plenty to be had. So you tell me which ones that you're wanting. Like highlight them, and I'll tell you what they are
Okay.
and how many you can have.
About these right here. The really
Those-
tough ones.
Those are, and Sarah tells you what these are called, torch stalks, and they
let me
can
actually do this torches.
they can be used as torches. Yes, so you can burn a single one for 24 hours.
I was gonna take about 2 or 3 of them.
Okay. Go ahead and add that to your inventory. They don't weigh a whole lot. They are about the biggest one you can get is about maybe halfway up your shin. Most of them
Okay.
are about a foot long.
Alright, what should I put for weight? Just like
They're not even a pound, maybe a half a pound apiece. Does anybody else want to do anything while you're in here?
and
I
I
just
would
wanted-
also
I wanted to pick around at what was left of the sport thing.
also want to pick up some more the more round ones up here.
Okay.
Check it for bad shit.
Roll for bat shit.
I think you've already got bat shit.
Never have enough.
But it doesn't use it. Just have to have it.
Let's see. Those are called Tongues of Madness, and they are edible.
Doesn't sound like a good thing to eat.
Well, I'll inquire from Sarah.
Sarah
More
tells you
information.
that they can actually they're named they're named that because of the way they look. They look like a large tongue.
Well, I'm gonna pick up a couple days worth of that. I don't know how much I'll need to say, hey, I can survive on this for a day, but
I think I'm wanting to say it's like 8 pounds of food per day per person, or something like that.
That would be a lot.
I'll look up.
I would
Maybe it's a
hope
pound.
we don't eat 8 pounds of food a day.
Well, yeah, maybe it's per week. But there's plenty of it to go around. So how much do you want? I mean, there's probably enough there for you to have at least 5 days per person.
yeah, I was gonna say grab about
That's
3 or
probably
4
good.
worth.
Okay. Any other ones? And does anybody else want to do anything?
Honestly, I wanted to just look at the where the spore mine thing was. Like, did it still have like a body there that just like split open, or if so,
It kind of is. It's kind of like a husk.
and does it look like it was actually like a living creature before?
It looks like a deflated, what you would imagine a beholder to look like.
Okay.
I look around to see if there's any
What-
like there
it's
was
1
any
pound of food per
semblance
day.
that somebody else was through here recently.
If somebody has been through here, go ahead and roll
Yes.
investigation. Roll investigation if you didn't hear me.
I did. It's popping up.
Oh, there it is. Okay. You don't really see any tracks. The only tracks you saw seem to be from the body that's lying there. That had the mushrooms on it from when you came in.
Okay.
All right. One last thing. Has anyone looked at these green mushrooms and what they are?
I don't think so.
I know green mushrooms are usually so healthy.
Sareth tells you that these are. It's actually a green moss, and it's called Ormu, and it sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius. It can be harvested, dried, and made into phosphorescent powder or pigment.
Okay. Probably
You're gonna
not.
have glow in the dark weapons.
Oh yeah, it's glow in the. I guess so. The pigment be glow in the dark.
Yep. Anything else?
I'm not gonna take any.
There was one more mushroom I was a little curious about.
Okay.
These over here on the left.
That's
they're,
called
mushrooms.
ripple bark, and it looks and smells like rotting flesh, but Sarah tells you that it's surprisingly edible. A single sheet of it yields up to 10 pounds of food.
I'm gonna steer clear of that one.
Our lady's gonna start looking a little anxious and ready to move on.
Oh, and if you guys are playing without sounds, I highly suggest turning the sounds on. Depending on how far you guys get, it could help or make things more dramatic.
Dokey.
I'm just gonna quietly look back. Guys, like wave like this move. So I'm anxious to move on.
All right, I'm good to move on. I got a few days worth of mushrooms and some light.
All right. So you guys continue on. What's the marching order?
Ted and Doug up front.
Okay.
I'm up near the front.
Sareth pushes his way towards the front. He says, "I'd rather not get lost."
I'll take up the usual rear.
They back
Yep.
to home. I know
Middle.
where I'm going.
I'm going middle of the pack. I guess you are probably middle of the pack as well.
So
Eldith says, "I'll take up the middle."
So I'll go right.
Bupido says, "I'll stay in the back."
Weird. So my push to talk line works when I Discord clicked. I'll go behind Ted, Doug, and Melvin.
Yeah, I think Diane wants to stay in the middle somewhere.
Jim
also.
Jar says, I bet you I can stay in the middle.
Especially with the twins, because she's been keeping an eye on them.
Okay. You have noticed, actually, yeah. So you have noticed that they are continuing to kind of scratch themselves, and they're looking kind of worried as they're looking around. Their eyes seem to be very wide and darting constantly.
Do they expect to see something?
Yeah, do we see something?
I mean, are the sports still active? They probably have timed out by now since we just sat there and gathered stuff, right?
What's that?
I'm assuming the sports have timed out from Stool.
By the time you've got your mushrooms and everything, it took about probably an hour to cultivate and store them and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
All right. Does it look to me like they're essentially looking, like expecting something to jump out?
No,
Or you want-
they're
Ted Nug, your enhance ability is worn off.
Okay.
they
Do I-
just
uh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, do I still have my 3 temporary hit points?
Nope.
Yeah,
On
that's what I
enhance
said.
ability.
It only lasts an hour.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So they just seem to be glancing around nervously. They don't really say what for or that they're looking for something in particular. They just seemed.
Okay. Well, I wasn't even asking them. I was just saying
Yeah.
that's what it looks like. But that is my question.
Okay. So you guys continue on. Let's see.
Elena's still a little shell shocked. She can't deal with that right now.
So you guys go on probably another 4 miles or so. This part of the path seems actually smooth, so you're able to make a pretty good trek. You don't run into anything else, and you actually are able to make it probably another 6 miles, so a total of 6 miles by the end of this so-called day. And if you want, you can set up your camp. Okay. So you guys camp that evening, and nothing happens that evening. In fact, it actually is eerily quiet. You don't hear dripping. You don't really hear screams that you've heard in the past, or not screams, but voices and things. This area seems to be quiet. But nothing eventful. Everybody gets all their health back and their spells and all that. If you change spells, go ahead and pick whichever spells you want. We shall continue on. All right. Okay. So you guys get up the next morning, what you think is the morning, and I'm not going to make you do your checks and stuff. Actually, before I go on, was there anything you wanted to do in the downtime while you're walking and while you're camping in the evening?
Continuing learning
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish.
Dwarven? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your intelligence with advantage for everybody that's learning it.
Booyah.
Woot!
Nice.
All right. So Eldith has kind of been
Nick?
teaching. What was that?
I was gonna say, could I guess Elena join in now?
Oh, sure.
Something to do now. Warming up.
Eldith's kind of taken a liking to Ted Nug and has been teaching him a bit on the side. Yep, and you're starting to pick it up as well. Okay. Anything else during that evening? And I figured your alarm.
How old are the twins seemingly to Sal? Like, would he think that they're like little kids or?
They are young. It's hard to tell really for gnomes. They can live for a long time. But yes, they are quite young. Even by gnomish standards.
Just to try to distract them at night, he would have. I want to pull out my little mirror, see if they've ever seen
So
one
they need to
before.
cast that.
Let them play with it. Just trying to get their mind off of whatever they seem to be distracted by.
Okay. They kind of look at it and it kind of helps a little bit. but they still seem fearful. All right. So let's continue on. You guys get up the next morning, start heading out, and you come to a cavern. You guys see this?
Yes.
You see large assortment of different crystals that seem to be shedding light. Some of them are very large, some of them are very small, and they kind of light up a lot of this room, this entire cavern. Okay,
Okay.
thanks, Luna.
Are the lights like resembled by the colors of the crystals too?
Vaguely, they seem to be shedding off natural light, but there is slight tinges of the crystal color itself.
Are they good crystals or bad crystals?
Are they
You
dark
want me to
crystal?
try?
I'd next catch one and find out.
I detect evil on the crystals.
You detect evil?
Just kidding.
Okay.
Wait, Ted Ned's already touching one.
No, Ted Knock.
What was that?
I said Ted Nug's touching one.
Okay.
Because there's some right in front of him here.
It doesn't seem to do anything. It's not any hotter or warm or colder than any other thing in here.
So
The only thing that you can think of that's causing it to light up maybe is maybe a natural phenomenon or magic infused somehow.
So like the light seems to really be coming from the crystals though.
Yes.
I want to
Can
like
we?
poke at one and like kind of grab it in my hand, see if how strong it is. Like, is it brittle? Will it come off or anything? Do I need to do a check?
It looks like it could easily be harvested, or at least parts of it.
Is this up or down here?
It's down.
Going down to the cavern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I try to?
I just want to I just want to step up and just kind of look into this cavern, see if I see anything.
Can I try to break off the crystal and see?
Sure.
Do you want me to do any checks?
How big of a piece are you wanting to take?
One that would fit in his talon hand.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength. Hold on one second.
You should try throwing it at another crystal.
Hold on just a second, guys.
Will we be infected by crystal spores?
Just be our go-to, throw things at
I
other
kind of
things.
feel like the X-Files theme needs to start playing right now for some reason.
I'll be right back. Don't move around or anything. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's move everywhere.
Another weird thing, at least with Discord right now, is when I'm clicked on a Firefox window, it doesn't let me do push to talk for some reason.
Works fine for me.
It does that with me too sometimes. If I play games and I have the game up on one screen and I have Discord on the other screen, it'll actually cut my Discord off. And it'll kick me from the voice channel. I haven't been able to figure out why.
That's odd.
Yeah.
You may end up having to run it in like admin mode or something, but I don't think I am, and it just works for me on my end.
I have heard of running it as admin for some issues,
I mean, I'll do it later and see.
but I haven't needed to.
I mean, it didn't do it on my old computer, so who knows what's going on now.
Are you running Windows 10 now?
Yeah, that too.
Sorry,
Were you running it before?
7.
So, there you go. That's it.
I mean, trust
Fucking
me, I wanted to
Windows
stay on
10.
7, but, you know.
You could be on the best one right now if you want to.
What,
8.1.
Oh god. Unless you're talking about what is those things called? Escuchen? I don't know. Boros, is it one of them, right?
Not sure.
Which one do you use?
I mean, I really do use 8.1.
It doesn't have like a specific name on. You're talking about Linux, right?
No, I'm talking Windows.
What? Really? You use Windows 8.1?
Yeah, it's unironic because it's my favorite one.
Gross. I didn't like what they did with the start menu and everything else on it. But what are you doing 8.1 but like legacy Windows?
Okay, I'm back.
I just use the third-party start menu. Never see that little Metro shit.
Okay, so did you? Okay, give me a strength check.
Okay.
Okay, you're able to pull one out, and you're actually able to pull it out from the ground. It does kind of have not really a root, but it is. I don't know how to describe it. It does kind of go down into the ground and then protrudes out, but you're able to pull out the whole piece. It's roughly the size of a talon of yours.
Does it still have light?
It does still have light. It is 10-foot radius, or excuse me. How much is it? I think it is 10 foot. Yeah, 10 foot of light.
And also before I try to grab more, if I put it in my satchel or whatever, does it light out through it, or is it stay?
Give me 1 second. It is dim light in a 10-foot radius, so it would not show through your satchel.
I want to try to grab a couple more so I can put them in my bag then.
Okay. About 2 or 3?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to take the small ones that are in this tunnel area?
Sure.
Did I see anything, particularly anything moving out in the cavern area?
Roll perception.
All right. Do you want a disadvantage? I think it's all dim light through there, right?
It is dim light, but you have dark vision too, right?
Yeah, I do.
So
Oh, that's right. Dim light. It's the bright light. That's right.
Yeah.
I can see the ground.
Nope. You don't see anything. Nothing moving up here.
I'm just gonna call them light crystals for now. My equipment.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Okay, because I shouldn't know what they are.
Light crystal purple.
And I do want to keep one out, like, in my hand.
Okay, figured. Let me light here.
Be right back. I'll let my dogs in.
Okay.
Sal likes pretty lights. Has to fist each one of them he can find.
Okay, did you guys want to do anything else? Gonna stand in the little corridor.
I'm back.
I'll just Really, I don't see anything out there. Not what's alive and all that.
How far is the drop down?
It's about a 15-foot drop, but there's the stairs or steps kind of in the middle of that area. That you'd be able to walk down safely.
I'll go down.
Okay.
Do I see anything different?
Nope. Just see a whole bunch of large crystals. And small ones.
Then
Kind
that's
of all-
going down.
All right. To the left, you see a small pool of water. Eldest says, "What's everyone going so slow for?"
Want to check out the water, Ted Nug?
Of
The crystals
course.
are so pretty.
All right, Ted Nug's checking out the water.
I actually say that the crystals are so pretty.
No, this just dropped down like a little bit. So just a little.
Yeah, it's like it's just basically a step.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into the water, see if I spot anything weird or out of place.
Stare
Alright.
into the abyss.
Give me investigation. Seems like plain water. Doesn't seem to have any reflections or anything in it, besides the crystals reflecting off of it.
Seems normal to me. Keep on trucking. I mean, carting. There's no trucks here.
And as you guys start moving into the farther into the room, you hear this loud rumbling sound. And
Ted Nug says, "That was me."
I thought that looked off.
Yeah.
you see these rocks jump right out of the cave and see a huge beast come out with almost a bug-like carapace and chattering mandibles, and just jumps out and starts going after you guys. Change the sound.
Is this
Melvin, Ted Dog are on the wrong
initiative
side.
Yes, hold on just a second.
Melvin and Ted Dog on the wrong side. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Do we even see it where we are? We're kind of behind that big crystal.
You guys would not. Sal, Elena, and Luna would see it.
I'm
or
gonna let
there
off.
is something bugging me about this place.
God.
Elena lets out an eep.
Ted Nug is gonna poke his head around this giant green crystal here.
All right, and you guys got initiative now, so if you want to rule.
Oh, we're doing a niche.
Yep.
Since I am at the top of the thing, can I see it from where I am since I'm above it?
You would have definitely seen the rocks get thrown out and heard the rumbling sound.
Okay.
You can't necessarily see it from that angle right where you're at right now, but you definitely would have known something was coming, because
Okay.
otherwise it was quite serene and silent.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, Elena lets out like an eep.
Diane, did you roll?
I
For some reason it never shows
Yeah,
up
she rolled
for
a
yours.
6.
Gotcha.
Yep. And my BB initiative.
Wow, we rolled all pretty close together.
All right, Luna, looks like you're first.
So the buggy and the rocky person are right here.
I think it's just the bug. It pushed the rock
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's not a
Ah.
rocky person. It's just the bug.
I'm going to try to shoot it.
Okay. Before you try to shoot it, I need you to roll a charisma saving throw. All right. So as you lock eyes with it, trying to glean where its weaknesses are, it looks you square in the eyes, and you cannot take reactions until the start of your next turn. I need you to roll a d8. And okay, you need to make a melee attack against Melvin.
Oh, wow. So 11 to hit.
Melvin, you see Luna turn around towards you and just
Yeah, that doesn't
swipe
hit.
at you with her claws. You're able to deflect it with your shield pretty quickly.
What the hell are you doing?
Can I actually say something or?
Well, you can, but you're not sure what the hell you're doing.
Okay. Sorry. So I can't actually attack it, right?
Right. Not
That's
this
it then.
turn.
That was your attack.
Ted Nug's moving on in.
Okay. Are you running towards it?
A leisurely jog.
Are you looking at it?
Uh-huh.
All right. I need you to roll a charisma saving throw. And
Did I ever tell you you have really big, beautiful, buggy eyes?
I need you to roll a d8. All right. Did you already use all your movement?
Yes, I did. That was 40 to get here.
All right.
Gratuitous.
You can take no action.
Okay.
As it gleams into your eyes as you run towards it.
I'm going to go ahead and say I probably don't have enough information to figure out what's going on yet, so I'm not normal.
Okay.
Move over here, and I'm going to attempt to cast a ray of sickness at it.
Okay. I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, I guess figures. Does it count as a charm?
No.
Okay.
But so you're able to you do look at it, and you notice that it has two large eyes, and then on the outer portion of its face, and then two smaller eyes. And as you looked at it, the smaller eyes seem to glow and try to penetrate into your mind, trying to force you to be confused or dazed, and you're able to shrug it off. So you can actually use your attack. So I'll use the roll that you had,
Okay.
26, which would be a hit. So go ahead.
Goodness.
Okay, so it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. I kind of like
So,
call out, watch out, careful of its eyes.
Yep.
All right, I'll do that. It may not mean much, but and I guess that'll be my turn.
okay.
Okay. That one's going to assume that is that Luna
Next to you?
to try to hit me.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to assume she's charmed or something. So I'm going to, since she's right next to me, I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration and see if I can cure it.
Okay.
Do I notice anything?
Not really. She seems to be in her right mind.
Okay. I'm going to move away from her, but I'm assuming it's doing something. So I'm going to move a little bit closer to the idea and set up a fireball in an area that's going to encompass it, but not shoot right at it.
Okay. So you're gonna do a fireball? But you'd have to be your next turn, right? And are you?
Yeah, I can't. But what I'm thinking is, it seemed like it did something to her, so I'm planning
Okay, gotcha. Are you averting your gaze from it?
aiming over that area.
Gotcha.
Say that again.
I think you already used your action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just telling him what I'm preparing to do.
So you said you were gonna try to shoot a fireball with her or something, you said? Melvin?
I don't think he actually said that in character.
Yeah. No, yeah. You wouldn't know that.
Okay, just making sure. So I'm not gonna react to it, obviously. Then. I'm going to try. If Elena said to avoid the eyes, and everyone seems to be doing weird stuff, I'm gonna try to fly up to its head or behind it if it doesn't react, and try to, like, headlock it.
Okay. If you're trying to avert your gaze from its eyes.
I mean, as best as I can, yeah.
Okay. If you're flying towards it, I'm going to need you to roll with disadvantage, since you're not trying to look directly at it.
Roll what?
If you're trying to do I guess you're trying to do a grapple, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
But, like, what do I need to roll for that, is what I'm saying?
It'd be strength. Sorry.
How big is this thing?
It's about 10 to 15 feet tall. Versus. Oof. Oh. Okay. Yep. It is currently grappled.
Basically, I just want to keep its head up to where, like, it'll help everyone else avoid its eyes easier.
Okay. So I assume you want to be around it then, right?
Yeah, like, on top of it, pulling up.
Okay. All right.
And I guess that'll be it for my turn, then.
Okay. And it's going to attempt to grab you and break its the grapple. So, check. And it can't reach you. You're kind of got your arms around its neck and flapping your wings and kicking at it with your feet, and it's not able to maneuver around to grab you. So it can't do a whole lot of anything. It is going to move erratically though. Here.
Oh, actually, it's also disadvantaged on those anyways, because the poison. Not that it matters now.
Oh yeah. For reminding me. Okay.
Sal's riding out like a rodeo.
That's annoying. Whatever. Yep, that's all it can do right now. Click clack. Okay, he's going to use first. He's going to walk up. So that. And from this distance, he should be able to see him. And Diane, you would be able to see him from this distance as well.
Nice. Cool.
So he's going to. This. Two. A shot with his crossbow with disadvantage. It's a miss.
Gota de codo.
Okay. And that's all. Your turn.
Cool. Okay, so if I can see it, I can hit it, right? Technically, or if it's because it's downwards, I cannot.
You can be able to hit it from there. Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna try to vicious mockery its face.
Okay. What are you saying to it?
Your eyes look big, giant tomatoes, and they freak me out.
All right.
Can Edna chime in?
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. They're big and beautiful.
I like those eyes.
And it's not used to things talking back to it,
Okay.
and it is quite confused. And so yeah, it does take the damage.
Awesome. I also would like to do my movement.
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna-
you guys don't currently have to avert your gaze
Okay.
because Sal's keeping his head pointed upwards.
The drop off, does it count extra to go down it or no?
If you're jumping down, that would probably hurt. It's about a 15-foot drop.
Was
That part you can just walk down. Yeah.
okay. I can just.
Those
walk.
are just steps. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna end up on the thing and enter.
So you said we don't have to avert our gaze?
Hold on. And about that time, you hear another rumbling, and the rocks get thrown out.
Oh Jesus!
You see another one come up right behind him. And he sees Sal on the other one. Going to attempt to attack him. Okay, what's your AC?
16.
It's a hit. Again. And one more time. Alright.
How bad did that hurt? How bad did that hurt?
That is... Sheesh. 39 damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Ouch.
-6.
Alright. Sal falls off of the other Umber Hulk. And you guys see his body on the ground.
You're doing bad. You're doing terrible rolls early. What happened?
Okay, and Luna, your turn.
So you said does he look unconscious?
Yes, he's sitting there lifeless.
Why can I not find the dash ability? Okay, so if I use the feline agility and dash to him, I can still take an action, right?
Yep.
Okay, can I try to force feed him a berry?
Yeah.
You got me to roll anything, or
No, you should be able to shove it in his mouth.
okay? I don't know if it'll help, but it does heal him for 1 if he swallows.
He's back up. Well, he's laying down prone, but he opens up his eyes.
I believe that's all I can do.
You can still move.
I used dash to get over there.
But it was 30 feet, wasn't it? With it,
Um,
the feline agility will give you 60 feet of movement if you use it.
I'm just gonna stay there just because I may end up needing more berries. So yeah, I'm done.
Tidnug.
I am going to approach the one that is closest to me.
Okay.
That was hanging on top of.
Okay.
And
And-
I'm
Are you averting your gaze from it?
yes.
Okay. So, if you're going to attack, you have disadvantage.
Or do I?
Unless
Because
you use
I'm,
relentless attack. Yep.
It's reckless attack.
Whatever. Reckless.
But I'm going to rage
Mm-hmm.
and then reckless attack twice.
Okay.
So that just gives me 2 normal attacks with my great axe.
Okay.
Oh,
And your axe hits it, and it kind of just pings right back almost ricocheting back into your like
swing
jumping
again.
back. Okay. And that one, you swing again and it whiffs.
Oh. That no says uh-oh. And I'm going to end my turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of duck back behind this crystal here. And I suppose I'll just do another ray of sickness.
All right. Are you
Yeah.
averting your days?
Yeah, I guess I should.
Okay. Disadvantage then.
And I'm gonna target that first one I targeted.
Okay.
Dang it, God.
Yep. That is a miss, unfortunately. And hold on one second. Okay.
I guess I would end my turn there then.
All right, I'm pissed. I'm gonna move around. Whoop. I'm gonna move around over here. Aim a fireball around in here, or so that I can hit both of them.
Okay.
And boom. Okay. And then for a bonus action, I'm going to healing word Sal.
Okay.
At second level.
Okay. So you guys see Melvin cast this fireball. Oops. He shoots it out and kind of aims past these beasts, and not sure what his intention was when it didn't completely miss them. And then as it explodes, it blast radius hits both of them, and you actually see pieces of their armor plating that's adhered to their body. Some of it actually gets scorched and falls off onto the ground. They both rear up, and you hear this loud.
And as I cast it, I yell out, "Fireball!"
Okay. And you hear your voice echoing throughout the cavern. Yeah.
Something didn't know we were here.
Okay.
They know now.
Alrighty. How long does that poison on Ray of Sickness last?
It was just until the end of my turn, so they're normal now, unfortunately. That's why I was hoping to get it on them again.
Okay. Sorry, I had to keep on clicking somewhere else to talk. Gonna go ahead and punch the one closest to me first.
Okay.
I can remember how to fight.
They miss, unfortunately.
Gonna take my second attack on it though still.
Yeah. That's a miss as well. Having the life almost knocked out of you and then being brought back up by Luna and Melvin, you're kind of bringing yourself back to your bearings, or getting yourself back to your bearings.
Alright. Gonna burn a key so I can disengage.
Okay.
You got your extra 6 hit points, right?
He did. Yep. And as you
With-
flying off, you can see them both kind of trying to swing at you, but you fly off very quickly.
Real quick on the Melvin, was it
Mhm.
like the 3 and the 6, or just the? So it would have been 9 total, right?
Yes, it would have been 9.
Okay, I added 9. Just making sure.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see how it was broken up.
And the Umber Hulk is
Even
going
better.
to attack Ted Note.
Yeah, that first one and second one hit. If it's equal,
If it's equal, then it hits.
Okay.
All 3 hit.
all 3.
Ugh, I need to get you some bracers, man.
You are raging, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's
3, 4, 5.
23, half to be 12.
Okay.
And Click Clack is going to, let's see, move up to here. He is going to use points. Faithful Archer. And as he looks down, you can those below and behind you kind of see his pulls out his hand crossbow and it glows slightly, and he takes aim.
Ooh,
Um,
can
you roll with disadvantage. But that's a hit.
Nice.
And one more time. That's a miss, unfortunately. Right. And Diane.
Okie dokie. I am going to use Phantasmal Force
Okay.
and create a giant bird that looks like it is going to try to peck their eyes out.
Okay. Okay, so it can affect one. So which one?
This one.
Okay. Right. Intelligence saving throw.
What, baby? Come here. Come here.
Jeez.
Oh wow. So much for that.
They are smart bugs.
That's the thing. They're not.
Well, this one, as a bird kind of forms around it, or right in front of it, it doesn't recognize this being at all, and kind of just puts its claw right through it, and it completely vanishes.
Cool.
Sorry.
I'm gonna just keep moving then. I'm gonna go. My turn.
By the way, do you want that at the top of the order, or because it looks like they actually had 17, but it got
Yeah,
set to the
it's
top?
Yeah.
back here.
Yay!
So that is my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to try to shoot that one.
You okay, baby girl?
Okay.
I'm assuming like the whole concealment and ignoring that doesn't count if I'm only trying to not gaze at it directly.
From where you are, you can't see its eyes, so you're good.
Okay. Wow.
And as you pull back on the bowstring, and the magical arrow kind of appears, you let go, and it just fumbles down. That would be a miss.
It could be worse.
Yep. I am going to try to recklessly attack this one in front of me again.
Okay.
I'm looking at him this time.
You are looking at him? All right. I need you to roll a charisma saving throw. All right. You can take no reactions, and I need you to roll a d8. Four. I can do nothing.
So when you say no reactions,
So if it walks by you, you can't take a swing. You can't take an opportunity attack.
okay, but can I still attack this round?
Nope.
Okay.
That's what that 4 was for.
Okay. Well. Bye.
Yeah, these things are rough.
I was surprised to see a second one. I'm going to scuttle around to the other side of this. I can still see it from there, right?
Where are you? Yes.
Okay.
I think you're far enough away where you don't have to worry about the disadvantage.
Oh, you're sure? I was gonna say because if so, I was gonna get so I could
Yep.
probably run out here.
Nope,
Okay.
you're good.
All right, sweet then. I guess I'll do another ray of sickness then on the first one.
Okay.
Whoops. Forgot
That'd
to
be a
check disadvantage.
24. So
Yep.
yeah, the
Yay.
24.
Decent damage. Feel it. No.
So it does take 10. So you see this greenish ray just hit it square in the chest, and you see it kind of keel over a bit. It looks like it's getting beat up pretty good. All right. This one's going to come after Melvin. Swing. You there, Melvin?
Warding flare.
Okay. I was waiting for that.
The sound delayed. I said it immediately.
Oh, okay. All right. So it looks like one claw hit. That was probably it. Your AC is higher than 14, right?
$18.
So 13 damage from one claw. So one swings back, and as it does, you immediately throw your shield up, and it glows this radiant glow, and it puts all the crystals to shame. And you see it rear back its eyes, and as it does, it comes back across with one claw, hits you across the chest a bit, and then it tries to come back down and bite you with its mandibles, but it still can't see very well. Missed. It's his turn.
I'm just gonna take my sword and give it a good whack.
Okay. That's a hit. Okay, and you're able to slash at its armor
If
on the
it's
chest
still-
part. Go ahead.
If it's still up, I'll try to shield push it too to try to knock it prone.
Okay. Strength versus strength, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he shouldn't have had disadvantage, but I don't think. Yeah. Okay. You wanted him prone? So
Yes.
you're able to you actually push him back 5 feet and knock him prone. You take your shield and just hit him right in the kneecap, and it buckles him out and makes him fall backwards a bit.
Tripped over the crystal
prone.
behind him.
Falls prone on top of a crystal. Instantly kill it with a shield bash.
Okay. That's your turn.
Backing up a little bit. Sorry.
Okay.
Seeing the one he knocked prone, and it's the one that hit me. I'm gonna fly up to it. And I'm gonna try to punch it.
Okay. You have advantage.
Okay.
That'll be a hit.
Kick its ass, Sal.
Gonna hit it
Okay.
again.
If you want to. That's nice.
1, 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Knocking down my key before I forget.
That'll be a hit.
Nice.
And one more.
And that's a hit too.
If it's still alive for the like extra wait, never mind. Let me think of it. Hold on.
As you land on that last blow, you hear coming from Sal's area. Whoa! You took that guy down quick.
Pinches Padeo. Teach you to bite me. Hand technique is I'm looking for. Hold on.
He's not the one that bit you.
It was the one that was behind the other one. It did. But
That's the one that knocked him out.
yeah, the it won't be able to take a reaction until the end of my turn.
Okay, cool.
And is it? He was already knocked prone. I don't need to knock him prone again.
Gotcha.
Make him more prone.
Call him Ava Perone. Let's see.
Boo.
He is going to, or it, I should say. All right. So, Ted Nug, you see this one start to reach its claws down, and it bends down in front of you, and it starts tearing the earth from underneath it. And within just a couple seconds, there's a 10-foot deep hole that it is inside of now, right in front of you.
And I'm assuming, since I have no reactions, I can't,
Right.
yeah, damn.
And click clack. He is going to, I think he's still concentrating on that Faithful Archer spell. It lasts 1 minute. Yep. He's going to take a shot. Crossbow again. We'll do it. Another. That's a miss. Okay, and part of the
Real quick, would
purpose
he,
that.
the
go ahead.
second attack, would he have gotten advantage since it's still prone?
You're right. You are right.
Sorry, he's ranged.
Does that change it?
It actually gives him cover +2 AC or something like that. I think, or something along those lines.
Not if
But
you're out in
that's
the
a-
wide open.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I mean, Click Clack is
Yeah.
standing above him, so
Yeah.
way above him. Okay, so yes, that would be a hit.
That thing's huge.
Yeah. Another 7. Okay, so there was a large piece of carapace that was missing on his backside that had blown off from Melvin's fireball, and Click Clack was able to shoot 2 bolts right into that fleshy part, and you see him, the beast, rear back and try to kind of pull them out with one of his claws, and they're sunk in there so deep he can't do anything. He's kind of just rearing about. It's his turn. Diane.
Nice. Okay, so I am going to use this spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. All right. So it takes 3d6 psychic damage and has to run away from you.
Well, it can't make a reaction, so it can't.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, go ahead and roll 3-6. And as it's rearing back from trying to pull those bolts out from Click Clack, it all of a sudden, you see it shaking its head wildly, and it brings the other claw up and tries to. It almost looks like it's trying to pull its head off. Let's see. Okay, and it can't move like Sal said, so because he already basically took out its feet from him.
Nice.
Mistake.
I am super pleased with that.
And Eldith is on the top, and you hear, "Help is on the way!" And she comes running down, comes up to Tednug, and sees the gigantic hole in front of him.
So watch your
do
step.
She can't do a whole lot. Let me draw the hole.
A lot, huh?
Okay. And that's her turn.
I want to say in Dwarvish. Aw, little legs got here finally.
You see her cut you very angry eyes.
And I try to shoot at the other one that's still above ground.
Okay.
What in...
Hey, your bow does not seem to be blessed by your patron today.
What'd you do to your patron?
Actually, you would have an advantage because it is prone.
Yeah, we just roll again, or...
Yeah, just go ahead and roll again. That actually hits.
I'm gonna be pissed enough that I'm gonna expend a spell slot.
Okay.
Let's see. You can expend a spell slot deal an additional 2d8 radiant damage to the target per spell level. It's a spell level 2.
Okay. Holy crap. Okay. So, you're looking at this thing.
If that doesn't kill it, you're a jerk, Nick.
Yeah. You're looking at this thing lying down on the ground. It's looking up at you angrily, and you can start to see its eyes turning red. You pull back on the bowstring, and a bright white arrow forms between the bow and the string. And you look at it, and you let go, and it flies right between all four eyes, hits it. As it streaks past Melvin, it's just it radiates him in white light, and just keeps on coming, hits the Umber Hulk right in the middle of the forehead, and then explodes, and you see the arrow just continue right on through the other side. He is dead.
He's alive, but his head is missing.
All right. And now, Tednug, if you'd like to do something.
The other one buried away, right?
It is roughly 10 to 15 feet below you in that hole. You can look down and see it.
Oh, okay. Does any of these rocks right beside me look like I could pick them up, or are they like really giant rocks?
There's some pretty large ones, and there's some smaller ones as well.
I want to throw a couple large ones down there. That's my 2 attacks.
All right.
Hit 'em on the head.
Okay. Give me you want the biggest ones you could probably carry?
Of course, yeah.
All right. Give me a strength check.
So if I
And you'd
like,
have advantage because you're raging.
so I would, yeah.
Yes. All right. So you're able to pick one up and you just want to chuck it down as hard as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll say it's a 1d10 plus your strength. Okay. All right.
And I'll have to do that again.
Yep. That is, well, yeah, that's a miss. That one kind of crashed to the sides as you're trying to throw it down, and it just kind of bounced off the side or off of his hard shell. But you did hit the first one and
All right.
kind of hit him in the base of the neck with the almost a boulder. And you see him kind of rear up, and looks like he's changing the course of his tunnel. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I
click
mean,
that.
yeah, that's good with me. I'm
Okay.
I'm just going to. I'm just gonna move out into the open here, and in case it comes back up, I'll just ready a chilling touch.
Okay. And you're dead, Melvin. You're muted if you're trying to say something.
Okay, so there's still one down in the hole.
Yes, and it looks like it's starting to veer off. It was a straight drop down, and it looks like it's changing course.
Oh, I thought you meant it was like going back up to him.
When I look down the hole, can I see it?
Yeah, you can still see it.
I'll try and fire a guiding bolt at it.
Okay. That's a hit.
And the next person to attack it gets advantage on it.
Okay. And that actually, as the bolt, it's kind of a orangish, fiery bolt hits it. You see it kind of just drop, and it seems to stop move.
Sweet.
Okay, and should be it. I think I turned off the.
Turn off the turn order. Set our battle music.
Okay. Now, what do you guys want to do?
If it looks like the battle's over, I'm going to go over to Sal and say good job and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Muchas gracias, Padre.
Hey, didn't we hear a voice earlier, like from Sal's direction?
¿Qué pasó?
I think they're talking about me.
Oh, you. I forgot about you.
What? How do you forget about me?
That's everything. You know, it's just like your voice in my head. I'm sorry.
Voice in my head.
Can I go to the Humber Hulk, see if there's any scavengeable parts?
What are you looking for?
Just anything that we harvested, really.
Roll a nature check. Nope.
Looks like a bug.
It looks like the arrow that Luna had sent through it pretty much desecrated and demolished anything left of that one, and the other one is down deep in that hole.
I look down in the hole and just kind of stare down there.
All right, and you guys want to do anything else?
I'm so do I hear this other voice? Like that's different from Sal?
Those.
Yep.
I asked Sal, who's his friend over there?
No friend.
What do you mean, no friend?
You're just a mask. How are you a friend?
Just a mask? I am you. You or me.
I wouldn't go that far.
But we're inseparable.
Regardless.
Does your mask have a name?
I haven't asked it before. Mask?
Oh.
Do you have a name?
Interesting. No one's ever asked. Why don't you give me a name?
Was he saying that to Tednug or Sal?
I think he's just saying it in general.
Come El Mascador?
KSL Mascador.
El Mascador. It fits. Get it? Get it, Sal?
And you wonder why I have a headache?
And at that, you see Stool and Sareth come up, and Sareth is holding his head. And Stool walks up and
Oh gosh. I was like, why did it get so quiet?
It's work all over again.
All right, I glitched out. What happened?
Stool waddled over, and you hear and you hear him say, "What's all the commotion about?"
I'm wondering quietly to myself whether the spores work with the mask or not.
No, that's not up to me.
I try to use the spores to mentally communicate with the mask. Just out of curiosity.
Does not seem to have any effect.
I quietly nod to myself.
Little Stool, everything was, everyone was asking about my mask. I don't know, it's a big star now or something. I would say it in the heads, so Stool would understand, I guess, obviously, but so
Yeah.
the mask wouldn't hear it, basically. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. And you hear Sareth say, "We're just talking about a mask. Can we move along?"
I'm going to be nodding my head behind this crystal here.
So sorry to offend
agreeing
you,
with moving
Elf.
along.
We just beat two big old bugs. I'm so sorry you're in a rush. Let me just lick my wounds real quick. I'm gonna look at Luna and say, what happened? How did you bring me back? Ay, cola espesa, que por favor, ¿qué pasó?
I pull out a berry and just says it has very slight healing. Enough so it can bring someone back.
Interesting.
They are very handy at times.
Thank you, Bushy Tail.
And you feel full. You don't need to eat for the day.
I curtsy.
And can I get everyone to roll perception, please? Jeez.
Yes,
Oh,
can't
let
see
me-
it.
Let me get click clacks.
We're all very perceptive.
Well, that sucked.
All of that. No, like anyone rolled. No one rolled over a 10.
Okay.
I,
I think that's everybody, right?
Is
Yep,
she sharp
yep.
perceptive?
Nope. Nobody notices anything.
All right, all is well in the world. Aside from being trapped in the Underdark.
That's not good.
That's fine,
suggest we
perfectly
bug
fine.
out.
What was that?
I suggest we bug out of here.
Did you say that out loud or in your head?
If the spores went sploof, I would have said it in the head.
So yeah, I'm gonna bring it up. It's like, weren't we worried about or weren't you guys worried about some sort of drow following us?
Tedmuk's not worried about anything other than getting out of here.
I
Sarah
concur
says,
with getting out of here.
if I were you, I would be worried. Let's pack up our shit and go. If you see
Perhaps
him,
you could actually tell us what we might encounter down here?
I've already said, be your worst nightmare, or it could be that. And he points at the rat lizard thing that's kind of crawling all over Lena.
Yeah, sitting on my shoulder.
Just real quick, Melvin.
I
drop
reach
it.
up and pet it.
Let's get moving.
Yeah, let's
Which
move.
way are we going?
He points north. Okay, so you guys continue on.
Mhm.
Yes, but as we do, I'm gonna silently mock Sereth behind him. You'll hear my beak clapping at least, but no sound. Mr.
Okay.
Moody.
Okay. As Sereth leads the way, you can see him kind of. He's got one of his hands in his head, or one hand kind of rubbing his temples, kind of like a face palm, but he looks like he's in some kind of pain.
Like a headache.
But he shrugs it off and just continues on. You guys go on. It again seems, for the most part, quiet. And you find another seemingly quiet resting place. And start to take a rest. And as you are going through your watches, you start hearing voices, disembodied voices, and occasionally you hear screams, both male, female, bestial. It's just random throughout the night. It's really hard for everybody to sleep through this. You're not seeing anything. You don't feel anything. I'm going to need everyone to roll a Constitution check.
Constitution check, not a save.
Yes, Constitution check.
Who?
Constitution check.
Everybody?
Yes, everyone.
If it's like a poison or something like that effect, I do get advantage.
Okay.
If it's like a gas cloud type of thing.
I got you. Okay, so everyone is able to shrug it off except for Elena. She cannot sleep once she starts hearing these voices and screamings, and she's kind of looking all over. Elena, you suffer 1 exhaustion the next morning.
I say technically I don't sleep in the first place.
Well,
I trance. I can't trance properly.
Yeah, right. You can't. And I need everyone also to roll a wisdom saving throw. Okay. Everyone that rolled under a 10, I need you to roll, increase your madness level by 1.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, you never added that on my character sheet, by the way.
Did I not? Okay.
Yeah, not this one. That's fine. I don't need it right now. But where is exhaustion? I think still is another resource. Or is there a
I
spot
can add
for
that
it?
on there. I don't think there is one on there. Hold on, I'll put it on.
And since I rested well, do I get all my hit points back?
Yes, you do. Yep. Okay, you see him on there now?
Yeah.
So we get our spells back too?
Yes, all your spells and everything.
I guess I don't get my spells back, do I?
You
Do I
not.
notice the ones that failed the saving throw? Do they act different?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
Varies by symptom.
Okay, so who rolled less than a 12?
So it was less than 12 or less than
Yes, less than 12.
shit. Okay. So it goes up 1 more.
Oh, for the madness?
Oh dang.
Okay, I thought you said less than 10. Sorry.
Yeah, I did too.
If I did, I meant 12. I'm sorry.
Do you remember to roll click clack? Where's click clack normal down here?
Oh,
I guess
thank you,
I
thank
guess
you.
technically he grew up in the Underdark, right?
Don't matter.
I don't know, Underdark don't care. Just tell Luke when he gets back this character is legitimately fully insane now. Maxed out the madness meter.
Okay. So everyone that has a level of 1, let me just do this. Everyone that has a level of 1, I need you to go to your macros on the right-hand top corner, the little list button. Open up the one that says Madness Tables. Click Test Macro. Only the people that have level of 1 click Short Term and click Private, and then hit Submit.
Where do you put this?
Where do you hit private?
Under macros.
What am I doing?
You're
Under-
good. You passed it, so you don't need to roll.
I've got the input value up, but I don't see how to roll it private.
Yeah, I don't see what
when you hit. Okay, if you've got the command thing up and you hit task macro, it should say input value and it says short-term madness.
Yeah, and I can
See that?
I can hit submit on it.
Submit. Yep. Hit submit, and then it'll pop up again.
Oh, okay, I see.
Click on private.
Okay.
And Scott, don't worry about yours. You were good.
You said anyone with level 1. I already.
Yeah, I meant whoever on this one. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Should have been more.
Good. Because
Really?
Okay.
Roll
So-
on that.
Okay. So everybody that rolled on that, you see what you've got, and so do I.
Okay, so I cast it, so only you and I see that?
Yes. So only you and I see yours, and I see everybody else's as well.
I apparently crumpled to the floor.
Yep. So you guys see Luna wake up. She stands up, and then all of a sudden she falls over. Okay. And this only lasts. It shows you how long it lasts.
Yeah.
All right. For those of you that rolled this madness and failed it, I think. Oh, and I've got to do for clack.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I should know what this is. Because I solved it on myself before.
Roll an intelligence check to see if you can decipher if it's real or not.
Usually it's an investigation for illusions. Not that's no difference, probably.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with it.
Okay, I got an 18, so.
Okay. So yeah, you recognize this as being something false. For some reason, I can't roll for.
I keep glitching in and out of Roll20, but not in Discord.
That's weird.
By the way, when Elena sees, so Luna basically stood up and then shortly after,
I'm
just
going to cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay. Sal, you saw what you got too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm really slow on Roll20 as well. I just see your 18 now. That's weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say I only just saw it too.
Yeah, I mean it just popped up for me too.
All right.
Might be his connection there.
And who was it? I think Diane. Yep. So Diane, you've got a level 2, right?
Yep.
All right. So I want you to click on the one that says you should still have that madness table thing up.
Mm-hmm.
Click on the one that says long-term madness, and then hit private or hit submit, then hit private, and then submit again.
That sounds not bad, though. What?
It still hasn't popped up for me. So,
Oh, okay. See, what showed up for me was lesser restoration, and I was like, that
Oh, yeah,
doesn't seem
that's
bad.
yeah, that's Bob's spell.
Okay.
So you guys wake up and you see Melvin kind of wake up, and he looks kind of frightened all of a sudden, and he clears his head, and you see him, his hands glow for a second, and his eyes glow, and then you see him calm down.
So Roll20 just reload for everyone out.
I saw
Mm,
Emily say out of character test.
Yeah, mine just reloaded on me or something. Oh well, whatever. No harm done.
Weird.
Can I roll to see if I notice anybody else acting weird?
Did you guys see mine?
Well,
Yep.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
well, I say Luna got up and collapsed, and I wanted to react to that whenever we get around to it.
The heck?
Luna collapsed.
Yeah, I wanted to react to that when we get around to it.
Diane, did you ever see yours pop up by chance?
No.
All right. Let's do it this way. Okay. You don't have any real dice in front of you by chance, do you?
No. I wish I had some real dice. That'd be awesome.
You can roll the DM.
Yeah, I can do that.
Try, yeah. If you can try to do it in game, roll a
slash roll. It's slash roll GM, or I'm sorry, GM roll.
Wait, what?
If you
don't
do
have
slash
to do
GM
that.
roll,
Just do slash roll D100. I don't care if you do it to me. I'm just looking it up.
Well,
care
yeah,
if
I don't
everybody
have the
sees what you're
table.
doing.
yeah, because we don't have the table in front of us anyways.
Okay. All right. I'm going to message you something. Actually, I'm going to drag you down into the secrets channel.
Okay.
Okay. Let me do another here. Okay. And that was for. All right. So, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So not only does Luna fall over, but Click Clack you also see passes out as well.
I go over and cast Lesser Restoration on her too, assuming she's got something similar to that to me.
Oh, I wanted to say, I was like, oh, I've had that happen before. She must have stood up too quick.
Wait. Put a berry in her mouth. That's what she did for me. It'll work for her.
Okay. So you cast it on Luna.
Also, I want to be leaning over her with my little pet on my shoulder.
Okay. I assume you recast it in the morning to.
Oh yeah, I
Does it
was.
only last for 8 hours?
Yeah, unless it say otherwise, it's this camp trip. I would just keep it active.
Okay.
If she did so many berries, I will look for berries to try to put in her mouth.
Okay. Roll investigation. You see a couple of small mushrooms growing around her.
Sounded he's not gonna do mushrooms.
I guess Elena's like, do you want me to look instead?
And a couple of minutes pass, and you see Luna. Well, Melvin, did you cast Lesser Restoration on her too?
he was saying he was. I think he's not in roll 20 right now, though.
Oh, I see. I don't know what's going on with roll 20 tonight. Get what level that is. But if
I just got back.
That's a second
Okay.
level.
okay, so you're casting Lesser Restoration on yourself and on Luna.
Yeah, I already did it on myself. I was doing it on her since she collapsed. I just assumed that
Okay. Make sure that you mark it off on your spells used for the day.
Yeah, I've been doing it. It hasn't been taking it for some reason.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Just a second. Okay. So you guys see Melvin's hands glow and his eyes glow again, and you see Luna kind of comes up, and all the while sails around trying to find a berry that he can shove in her mouth. And
Melvin says, I got it.
Okay.
a few minutes pass, and you see Click Clack pushes himself up, and he kind of shakes his head a bit, and looks around to see if anybody noticed, and then brushes himself off and gets back up. All right.
Who's this?
Click Clack.
Yeah, he collapsed too. Same way, just no one noticed.
Oh, okay.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Head on out.
So it's been long enough.
What was that?
Has it been long enough?
For
for the rest.
it's coming in on it. It doesn't matter. Nobody else fell asleep, and nobody else seems to have physical changes. Yes, you are. 2M.
Okay, so what's around me when I come to?
Sal is around you, and Melvin is around you, and Sal's looking for berries that he's wanting to shove in your face.
Oh, I was also standing over her with my little pet on my
yes,
shoulder.
and Elena is also, staring down at you with her rat lizard.
I definitely back away.
Okay.
I kind of reach out my hand, wait, where are you going?
I brush myself off and ask, should we not be going?
I guess we should.
Yeah, let's move.
It's fine.
Everybody gets up, and the twins head over towards Diane and reach for your hand. On each side.
Diane does not grab Topsy's at all, looks at her, and starts retching like she's gonna throw up. And she just keeps walking with Turvy in her hand and ignores Topsy completely. And I'm gonna cry. It makes me so sad.
That's awful.
Okay.
You're so sad that you're laughing.
I know, but it's laughing and I have tears coming out.
I guess does Shoestar have any particular opinion on I don't know. I don't know if I'm assuming he's not affected by any of this, but if he's noticed or anything, I'm gonna say he's probably just like. Actually, I don't know, man. I just don't know.
Yeah, he really doesn't
He's
notice anything out
yeah,
of the
I guess
ordinary. He doesn't know the different
he wouldn't even know
behaviors
what.
of
I was gonna say he wouldn't know what's normal for these surface dwellers.
right.
But he just kind of shakes his head. It's like,
Yes, and as it's being spoken in chat, it seems that Firefox does work better for some reason. So keep that in mind.
all right, man, let's get going. Let's get out of the Underdark.
Okay, so everyone hears Elena say, "Let's get under the or get out of the Underdark." And
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
and everybody can now talk freely.
Okay. I have to load.
I'll repeat
Okay.
what I said. It's like, let's get out of the Underdark, but this time through the spore.
Okay. So you guys start heading off. Do you want to end it here? It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Do you want to do your voting stuff?
Yep. So everybody, shoot me a private message, and let me know who you think deserves a little bit of extra boost for XP, both for RP and for battle. And I'll tally it up, and I won't necessarily say what the result is, but you'll see the outcomes on your character sheets.
Oh, you should tell everyone that like let people know that
Okay.
we're doing good.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to there, right?
Like you don't have to say everyone's ranking or anything like how many votes they got. Just let them know who won.
Gotcha.
All right, I sent you them.
Okay.
Make sure, Melvin, right now you're typing in regular chat. I don't know if you're trying to message Nick directly.
So chat directly to me. Click the top left button. So was it fun to actually do some combat this time?
Kind of.
I was a little worried about
Yeah.
that. I was a little worried about 2 Umber Hulks.
Yeah, but I didn't get to hit anything.
Yeah, I know.
It was
Yeah, those
fun
things
till I
are-
got knocked out.
They're rough.
The charm effect they have is brutal.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it like what is it like a DC 15?
Yes, actually.
Jeez. Yeah, that's DC 15 charisma. Not many people can reliably beat that.
Yeah, that was a good battle. Are
Okay.
we wrapping up? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Yep.
Are we announcing the people here?
Yeah, I will.
Alright.
Waiting on one. You're still typing. 'Typing. 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 ' So for RP was Cell.
Ooh.
And for battle, that was Melvin. Yep, Melvin. There were some very close calls on those, though.
I'm gonna say I think I should probably
That
win
was good
Fireball.
teamwork battle.
Yeah, it was.
I kind of regret not picking Fireball for one of my third levels.
You always use Fireball when available.
I gotta say, it's just too useful. Of course, there's a lot of things that are resistant to Fireball, but it's also easy to hit a lot of things with it. And reliably hit them, particularly things like
Well, I was
that.
worried when Sal was hanging off his head, so I had to I had to do something else.
Well, Sal didn't know you were going to do a throw fireball, so I didn't care.
There. So I'm gonna tell you later on that always expect a Fireball.
Sal won't know. Sal's going to punch and grab anything he can.
Of course, I guess a Lightning Bolt would be pretty good.
All right. Does anybody have any questions or anything?
I think I'm good.
Are we doing XP or anything?
No, I'm going to put it in tomorrow. I'm just doing it afterwards, so I don't want you guys to know exactly what you're making. But you'll see it, so you
No
know
problem.
when you're level. So it looks like the 5th for next time. Is everybody okay still with that? I know the summertime's going to be kind of iffy because everybody goes on vacation
weeks.
and all that. So, yep.
5th works for me.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I'll let you guys know if anything changes. And I will tell you, you're pretty close to actually getting into the storyline.
Yay!
What's a storyline?
Well, I did warn you there's going to be a shit ton of travel, so keep on expecting it. But it's just going to get better and better, promise. All right.
As long as
well,
some of the shit's bat shit, that's good.
Yeah, you found a little bit more. Alrighty, guys. If anybody has anything else, just let me know. If not, then have a good evening. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah.